Iowa edition. DeAndre Kane, Melvin Ejim helping lead state to its first Big 12 tournament title since 2000. But do not count out that in-state rival guy from the Iowa Hawkeyes. That would be one Roy Devin Marble. Hey everybody, welcome into Campus Insiders. Bonnie Bernstein alongside Jordan Cornette. And to help us break down Iowa's pro prospects, we bring in Travis Hines, who covers the Cyclones for the Ames Tribune. Travis, Kane turned 25 on June 10th, and there's been this whole debate as to whether his age is a good or a bad thing. Where on that side of the fence do you fall?
Well, I think it certainly makes DeAndre Kane who he is right now. Teams that want to draft on upside are probably going to want to look elsewhere, because DeAndre Kane is who he is at 25 years old, and that's a 6'4", 200-pound guard, that has great size for the position and has the ability to really defend that position and also be a facilitator on offense that can also get to the rim a little bit.
Yeah, Travis, I think you're right when we talk about facilitating, but this is a guy who's been turnover prone at that point guard position, so you question his decision making. Also at the point guard spot, you want a guy who can stretch out the defense and score. Yes, he can get to the rim, but he's a poor free throw shooter, having never shot better than 65% from that free throw line. He's an inconsistent shooter, and we talk about that age, and yes, some people think it's a good thing. I think it's a negative, because what I think you've seen in college is a little bit skewed, because this was a guy in college who was 3 to 4 years older than the guys he was playing against, and sometimes 5 years older, and he was bullying these guys. He was a Van Wilder college basketball. He's able to exert that physicality against his opponents. He's not going to have that luxury at the next level.
I think his age is certainly something that can be used against him, but I would say, when it comes to bullying, he had 2 matchups with Marcus Smart, who's as big and tough a guard as that you're going to see, and he'll be a lottery pick this month. And, Kane more than held his own against him. So I think, there is a little bit of that bullying to his game, but I think it's something that he can use to his advantage a little bit at the next level.
Well, certainly, while they say some of the younger guys haven't built out physically, I don't think there's any doubt that Kane is a beast. How about Melvin Ejim? Travis, you're not that high on him at the next level. Why is that?
I think Melvin Ejim's going to have a really hard time finding a position in the NBA. He played almost exclusively at power forward at Iowa State, where he excelled, using his quickness and in a really aggressive mindset to lead the Big 12 in rebounding and double-doubles as a junior. But at that next level, at 6'6", he's a guy that measured the same as Nick Stauskas from Michigan, who's no one is mistaking for a power forward. So he's going to have to play that 3 position at the NBA, and I don't know that he has the quickness or the skill level quite to make it in the NBA at the small forward.
Well, he did lead the league in rebounding, dropped 48 and 18, and that 48 was actually a Big 12 record against TCU in overtime during the season. So we shall see. Travis Hines, thanks so much for the insight. And Jordan, I want to get back to the Iowa prospect we were talking about with you, Roy Devin Marble. He's got the ability to play the 1, the 2, the 3. How do you think he grades out?
Well, it's a much different situation for him as opposed to Melvin Ejim. Both guys 6'6", but this is a great 6'6" for Roy Devin Marble. He's going to be a shooting guard, so right away he's got great size. He becomes a matchup nightmare. He can take smaller guards down to the post and bully him. You know what they call it, the mouse in the house. Well, he can do that. He also has guard skills to take those bigger guards off the dribble and score the basketball. A high IQ. This guy can set people up to score the basketball. He's played a little bit of point guard at Iowa, and he excelled like that. So he can run the break. He can set guys up to score it. He's also a capable defender with great length. This guy can really confuse things. A good rebounder coming off, and he got it from his daddy. I mean, his dad, Roy Marble, was a star at Iowa, so it's in the bloodlines. I think this guy's a home run. He reminds me a lot of Evan Turner at Ohio State, but he can be a lot better than him, I believe.
Good genes, good genes.
Absolutely.
And Marble's trying to become the first Iowa Hawkeye drafted since 2007. Our pre-draft coverage continues here on Campus Insiders with a little power forward bracketology. Who are the top 4 on our list, and how do they project out against each other? Check that out only on CampusInsiders.com.
Holla.